All right, Bears fans, DJ Moore has been traded to the Buffalo Bills. We are going to grade the trade and talk about what this means for the Chicago Bears. Right here, right now. We finally got some Bears news this week, Nika. DJ Moore, our number one wide receiver, was traded to the Buffalo Bills. And in return, the Bears get the number 60 overall pick, a round 2 pick from the Buffalo Bills back. What's your thoughts? What's your instant reaction to this?
I think that's a great move by the Bears because they did two things with this move.
Yeah.
They got rid of the contract that's really expensive at the moment, and it's an old regime, a player from the old regime. So
yeah, I mean, this
clean up
move
the house.
was kind of seen coming from a mile away. In fact, some people even saw it as early as when Luther Burden was drafted last year. Does this mean DJ Moore's future with the Bears is uncertain? I think overall, I'm sad to see DJ Moore go because of the way the season ended for the Bears. I don't hold any ill will towards DJ Moore. I don't think it's his fault that the Bears didn't win the Super Bowl this year or anything outrageous like that. Do you?
No, absolutely not. It's not his fault.
I know that there are people out there that are holding a grudge against DJ Moore for the way the season ended. And, you know, we're not here nor there. We're here to focus on the future. And I'm really excited by the fact that the Bears seem to have gotten back more than what was initially reported when this trade happened, because it was initially reported as a mid-tier or a mid-round pick. And a second-round pick is not a mid-round pick to me. No, personally, that's a third or a fourth or a fifth round pick. That's mid rounds.
Okay. You said number 60. Does that mean 60 goes in the second round a lot of times?
Yeah, because there's 32 teams. So like the first 64 picks are the second round. So this is a late second round pick. Yes. Okay. But just to remind folks, I believe Ozzie Trapillo was drafted around 56 last year. And as we saw this year, he was a huge piece of the Bears in the playoffs up until, of course, the Rams game when he was injured. And he had such a brutal injury that he's not available this year.
Right.
But yeah, you also mentioned that they moved DJ Moore's contract. They freed up a ton of money. And because of some other things that have happened, the Bears released Tremaine Edmonds and then had the unexpected retirement news from center Drew Dahlman. There's now $44 million on the books. When the week started, they didn't even have, they were over the salary cap limit, which has been set at $301 million and some change. So now you have gone from being over the limit and needing to get rid of money to being 44 million under.
Ooh, baby's gonna spend.
Well, yeah, get excited, Bears fans, because the cash flow just got a little bit better, I guess, right?
Nice.
Yes, and there's a lot of people think that there's possibly more trades coming. I think the Bears have other options out there, like a reunion with Khalil Mack, perhaps, who's a lot cheaper and will be motivated in his final seasons as a pro. Probably he wants to give it one final. If you're playing at that age, you want it to count. You want it to mean something.
Of course.
So that's why I think maybe that's a better option. And then you keep your draft capital. There's a lot of the needs that the Bears have: safety, linebacker, defensive end.
There's a lot of holes.
Defensive tackle.
Yes.
And then now you have center and left tackle on the offensive line. You have a pretty exact shopping list of what you need, which is good.
Absolutely, yeah.
And you also have a draft that's kind of deep on those positions, apparently. So as someone that doesn't follow the ins and outs of the college game, I'm just going based on what's being reported right now. And as the draft gets closer, you know, we'll zero in on who those targets are going to be for the Bears in this draft. But I think we got to get through these trades potentially before Monday, and then the free agency period that begins Monday. And then we'll really know what the Bears are going to probably zero in on in the draft. Don't you think?
I think so. And I think Bears going to be very aggressive at the beginning of the trade because they have...
Or free agency.
Free agency. I'm sorry, free agency. Because they have a small window to get the guys that they want, and they want to do it now where everything is in the same position as it was on the end of the season.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
wanna
Ben
build
Johnson
off of that.
said there's no real momentum going into next season because it's a new team and a different team. However, you do want to take whatever continuity you have
And
into
build.
this new season for sure. And the less pieces that you need to fill, the better.
Of course.
So one piece that I think is going to stay as a result of the DJ Moore trade is Cole Kmet. And I think he's going to be the veteran Bear leader of this team. I think Ben Johnson loves to have two tight ends. He had it in Detroit and he wants it with the Bears. That doesn't mean that Colston Loveland's not going to be tight end target number one and maybe even passing target number one a lot of times for Caleb Williams. But it does mean that I think Ben Johnson values Cole Kmet as his second tight end with Colston Loveland, and the way he ran it in Detroit. I mean, we saw Cole Kmet make that miraculous touchdown catch at the end of this Rams game in the playoffs. So it's not like he wasn't here all season. I think he just got overshadowed because Colston Loveland came on so strong and validated being the number 10 overall pick by the end of the year.
Of course.
So, yeah, I think the Bears having those tight ends is a strength for Ben Johnson. And as a part of the two tight end set of the offensive line, it's a part of your offensive line, which we already know now needs a center and a left tackle. So we don't need more holes there. We don't need Cole Kmet to leave too.
No. And he's a veteran as well, so we need that leader in this clubhouse.
He's been a Bear since he was drafted, and I think that that's good too.
Yes.
It does leave a little bit of an empty slot in the wide receivers room because DJ Moore was, I think, before the season started at least, looked at as the number one receiver option for the Bears. And yet it is a crowded room right now when you look at Rome Odunze, when you look at Luther Burden, and when you look at guys like Jahdae Walker even, who seem to have developed a rapport with Caleb Williams as well. And DJ Moore, unfortunately, just became expendable because of the depth at that position for the Bears. And we even heard Ben Johnson kind of salivating a little bit last year when the Bears drafted Luther Burden. Like, oh, he's a dog, isn't he? Yeah, you saw that tape, huh? I saw that. Like, you could just tell he wants to get the ball in the guy's hands. And what does that do to a guy like DJ Moore? I don't know. I think for all intents and purposes, this was a trade that was kind of good for both teams. And when I look at possibly grading it out right now, you know, Sports Illustrated graded it.
Oh,
they gave the Bears, yeah, okay, Becky Lynch. They gave the Bears an A for getting the second round pick back from the Bills for this, and they gave the Bills a B, which they also get the Bears 2026 fifth round pick. So the Bears do lose a day 3 pick. I think they'll gladly make this deal again, anytime, any day. But another thing I want to bring up here is that I think the Bills might have been a little bit enticed to make this trade because of one of their division rivals being linked to DJ Moore just the day before this happened, and that is the New England Patriots.
So they put too much pressure.
And you just wonder if the Bills were like, we don't want him to go to the Patriots. Oh, by the way, the new Bills head coach is DJ Moore's former offensive coordinator with the Carolina Panthers. So there's that connection immediately. And it's like, hey, do I want to play against the guy that I used to have on my team twice a year? I don't know. So that might have weighed into it. But now Josh Allen also has a legit number one wide receiver target that the Bills have apparently not had during all of these little mini Super Bowl runs that they've put together and come up short with, and apparently got their coach fired by crying in the locker room after they lost in Denver. Or was it New England? Yeah, New England.
I think this trade goes well for both of the teams.
Yeah.
They got what they wanted, and it's a good trade, no matter how you slice it and dice it at the end of the day.
It's a win-win, you know, and the Bears now getting that second round pick. They have the 57th pick, the 60th pick, they have the 25th pick. I mean, that's the problem with finishing
on top
further in the standings or further in the playoffs year after year, is that you pick later every year.
Sure.
Now the Chiefs have weathered this storm, the Patriots have weathered this storm, and the Bears are looking like they are taking a page out of those playbooks and stocking up on second round picks. And then if you're to believe this comment from Courtney Cronin on ESPN 1000, this is from @BearsDubs on X, formerly known as Twitter. Courtney Cronin on ESPN 1000 said if she was a betting woman, she'd bet the Bears would get their comp picks for Ian Cunningham. Wow, what a surprising turn of events that would be after the NFL Combine. Ryan Poles said he thinks they deserve the picks there when asked by the media. Ian Cunningham said he feels like the Bears deserve the picks when asked about it. So it kind of put a little bit of pressure on the NFL, I feel like, and might know by the end of next week with the start of the new league year what the deal is with that. DJ Moore put out a statement here as he left Chicago, and I didn't really want to focus on too much of it because it's the usual stuff. But one thing that did stand out at the end of it was it's F the Packers always. DJ
nice.
Moore. And
I guess the rivalry lives on with the Bills now.
The rivalry will probably always carry a place in DJ Moore's heart. And
I think it was a fun season for him with the rivalry being so amped up.
Yeah, and it's probably sad for him to not be able to be a part of it now.
Sure.
All of a sudden. But
it's business.
That's life. And DJ Moore is still going to be a highly paid man going forward.
Absolutely. And he's on a good team. He's really good team.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He's got a great quarterback, an MVP caliber quarterback. So I think he's going to a good place. And I think that speaks highly of the Bears and Ryan Poles to make sure that they keep kind of putting some of these tough decision players like Justin Fields, DJ Moore now, they put them in a good place. From where they go from here, it's up to them.
That's on them. Yes.